You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law, voted Best of Las Vegas. Give them a call, 702-727-9900.
Thank you for joining us here on News 25 and Ace Country Radio and streaming at KPVM.TV and now on Roku devices on this Monday, August 3rd, 2026. Good evening, I'm Chris Palermo. Here is what's happening. Well, it was a real crime spree late Friday night into Saturday in Beatty when a man had to be tased several times after saying, "Shoot me," to a deputy. He was eventually arrested for a long list of charges that included assault with a deadly weapon. Reporter Christy Willis has a comprehensive report.
A Beatty man is facing numerous felony charges after investigators say he terrorized the town on Friday, July 31st. According to the Nye County Sheriff's Office declaration of arrest, deputies received multiple 911 calls just before 10 p.m. reporting that Moises Gonzalez was driving recklessly around Beatty while armed with a handgun. Investigators say that Gonzalez first fired 2 to 3 rounds into the air after a confrontation near Cottonwood Park before driving away. Minutes later, deputies received additional reports that he had entered the Roadhouse 95 Bar and Grill while armed, allegedly searching for a man he had threatened to shoot. Authorities say Gonzalez then fired 1 to 2 more rounds from his truck near 2nd and Main Street before additional reports of gunfire came in from the Cottonwood Park area. The situation escalated just before 11 p.m. when a Nye County deputy attempted to stop Gonzalez's Dodge Ram. Investigators say he refused to pull over, leading deputies on a pursuit throughout Beatty before crashing into a dirt berm at the end of West Crowell Avenue. According to the report, Gonzalez exited the truck yelling, quote, "Shoot me," while advancing towards deputies and refusing commands. A taser was deployed, allowing officers to take him into custody safely. Detectives say the investigation also uncovered an alleged kidnapping when Gonzalez pointed a handgun at another man, forcing him to make a Facebook Messenger call and struck him in the face before letting him leave. A search of the truck recovered a CZ P07 9mm handgun, spent shell casings matching the firearm, a pellet rifle, a replica pellet pistol, and a prescription bottle containing tramadol. Gonzalez was transported to the Nye County Detention Center and booked on 1 count of owning or possessing a firearm by a prohibited person, 1 count of possessing a gun under the influence of alcohol or drugs, 1 count of resisting a public officer while armed with a firearm, 1 count of driving with a revoked license, 1 count of driving under the influence, second offense, 6 counts of failing to obey a stop sign at a controlled intersection, 1 count of driver disobeying a peace officer while driving under the influence, 1 count of reckless driving, 1 count of possession of a Schedule 4 controlled substance less than 28 grams, 2 counts of discharging a gun in or on a public thoroughfare, 1 count of discharging a gun within a structure or vehicle within a prohibited area, 1 count of assault with a deadly weapon, 1 count of kidnapping in the 2nd degree with a deadly weapon enhancement, and 1 count of coercion with the threat or use of physical force.
More news now. A strike team consisting of Las Vegas and Henderson firefighters and equipment is expected to arrive southwest of Ely to help battle the Ward fire that ignited Friday night. It's 0% contained as of last reports, and Christy Willis has more.
The Ward fire, which ignited Friday about 9 miles southwest of Ely, has rapidly expanded to nearly 8,700 acres and remains 0% contained as firefighters continue working to slow its spread and protect threatened communities. To bolster the response, the state of Nevada requested mutual aid from Southern Nevada fire departments. A Southern Nevada strike team consisting of 5 fire engines, 2 water tenders, 2 battalion chiefs, and 1 mechanic has been deployed to assist the fire line. The strike team includes personnel from Clark County Fire Department, Las Vegas Fire and Rescue, North Las Vegas Fire Department, and the Henderson Fire Department. The strike team is anticipated to arrive at the incident tonight, where crews will receive an operational briefing before beginning structure protection assignments. Officials say the deployment could last up to 14 days. Meanwhile, several neighborhoods near Ely remain under Level 1 ready notification, meaning residents should prepare for the possibility of evacuations if fire conditions worsen. News 25 will follow the Ward fire and efforts of the Southern Nevada firefighters as they assist crews in White Pine County.
Big story over the weekend. Nevada Democratic leaders stopped in Pahrump Saturday as part of the party's statewide Stuff Costs Too Much tour, the invitation-only event, focused on the rising costs of housing, healthcare, groceries, and other necessities. And of course, the hot-button issue of proposed data center construction in the region was addressed, and Samantha Roberts has the story.
The Nevada State Democratic Party hosted an invitation-only event Saturday, August 1st at Our Place Coffee Shop in Pahrump. The event was part of the party's annual statewide Stuff Costs Too Much tour, which focuses on affordability and the financial challenges facing Nevada families. Featured speakers included Nevada Attorney General Aaron Ford, Nevada Democratic Party Chair and Assemblywoman Danielle Monroe Moreno, Congressman Stephen Horsford, and Nevada Senate Majority Leader Nicole Cannizzaro. Each speaker discussed the cost of living in Nevada, including affordable housing, healthcare, groceries, and other everyday expenses. During his remarks, Ford spoke about growing up in a family that sometimes struggled to make ends meet.
My daddy worked at a grocery store. My mama worked odd and end jobs here and there. The word of the day right now is affordability.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Yeah. But when I was 8 or 9 years old, I probably didn't know what that word meant. But my mama and them couldn't always afford food. I mean, they couldn't always afford to keep the lights on. Yeah. Right? So I've lived what it's like to not know where your next meal is going to come from. And 1 in 4 kids in our state right now, 1 in 4, 25% of our kids don't know where their next meal is going to come from.
Oh, God.
Right? Joe Lombardo could have done something about that. The legislature sent him a bill to guarantee school lunches and school meals for our kids. You know what he did? He vetoed the bill. He vetoed it, and then he said it was a waste of money and that it was too expensive. And then he went and spent $25 million on office furniture. Look, I don't know about you, but I'd sit on the floor if it meant my kids could eat.
Yes, thank you.
Right? When I'm governor, we're going to sign that bill too.
Congressman Horsford also shared his personal experience with the healthcare system.
One of the issues that I want to emphasize is the issue of elder care. My mother suffered a stroke last July, a year ago, July 29th. After months of being in the hospital and fighting with insurance companies, being denied authorizations for medically necessary care, being denied access to acute rehab services that would have helped her when she got out of the hospital. Despite a family that was advocating for her and the access that she deserved to quality health care, my mom has had to deal with the broken elder care system. My mom is now living with me and my partner, Renee, in our home. And we made that choice because we decided that we wanted her to get well and to have the support of the family to receive the services that she deserved.
Following the event, News 25 spoke with Ford about how they would make everyday necessities more affordable while the federal government continues to face a significant deficit.
Well, first off, I want to thank you for having this conversation today. It's been very important to get out and talk to the residents of Nye County. I've been out here several times over the course of the last few years, and it's always great to be here. I want to commend to your viewers my website, fordfornevada.com. I've laid out several different planks of our platform that's called the Affordable Nevada Plan that details exactly how we're going to make things more affordable for our state, whether it's in housing, whether it's in healthcare, whether it's in energy, whether it relates to economic development. We've detailed solutions to the problems that people have told me about. This isn't me pontificating in a corner, it's me actually being in Pahrump asking what the issues are. So let's talk about a handful of those. In the healthcare arena, we know that it's a dynamic problem that requires a dynamic solution, but at a minimum we could be trying to address the cost of drugs, prescription drugs. Our current governor, Joe Lombardo, had a chance to do that. He could have signed a bill that would have limited the cost of certain prescription drugs to the Medicare negotiated price for everyone. He did not. He vetoed that bill, and then he subsequently took hundreds of thousands of dollars from pharmaceutical companies to help his re-election bid. I'm going to sign that bill.
We also asked both officials for their positions on the proposed development of data centers and the concerns being raised by residents in Pahrump and across Nevada.
Look, I've been very clear that public input is of paramount importance. I commend what's happening here in Pahrump, what's happening in Boulder City, what's happening in Reno, what's happening all over the place. This isn't the first time I've heard this issue. When I had my rural tour at the end of last year, this issue was percolating as well. So what I have said point blank is that input from the public is important. We also need to ensure that if you're going to have data centers here, they have to have alternatives to using water to cooling their systems. And that if you're going to have data centers here, they're going to have to be required to build out the energy grid themselves to accommodate the amount of energy they're going to need to run their data center.
So as the federal representative in Congress, what I'm going to make sure is that no public lands can be used for a data center without the support of the local community. What was done in Boulder City was wrong and egregious, and if they tried to do that here in Pahrump or Nye County, we would fight it. The people of Pahrump have every right to demand that their county commissioners listen to them, that these issues about energy and water and the use of land are addressed, and that we're really focused on what people are asking for, which is more affordable housing, more affordable health care, and more affordable access to child care and the opportunity to acquire skills. So let's invest in the people so that they have what they need to live a more affordable life. That's what I'm fighting for.
And News 25 was one of the very limited media outlets invited to this exclusive event. And we have not independently verified every figure contained in the Nevada Democratic Party's report. The party's claims regarding the effects of the federal budget legislation remain politically disputed. We've got lots more coming up. Local stories, sports, and weather. You are watching News 25.
In a wreck and thinking about dealing with the insurance company yourself? Stop! People represented by an attorney get more than 3 times the money than those who don't have an attorney.
Murder and rope is the way to go. Call 877-1500.
Loving your Valley Communications internet?
Now you can share it.
We're introducing our VCA referral program.
So when you refer a friend who signs up,
You get a free month of internet.
Good internet is better when shared. Refer a friend to VCA. When they sign up, you receive a free month of internet. Learn more about the referral program at valleycom.com. Valley Communications. Local, affordable, reliable.
Desert pests. Get rid of them. Get Arid. Arid Pest Control has had experience with Pahrump Desert Pests since 1995. Licensed and insured, Arid has low rates, no contracts, and no initial fees. Bees, spiders, scorpions, outside or inside. We've seen it and we'll take care of it. Arid Pest Control. For extreme reliability and extreme peace of mind, call today, 727-8343.
Horizon Markets are a one-stop shop for convenience. Are you wanting to enjoy a hot cup of coffee and a pastry? Needing some fuel? Or want a simple refreshment or snack? Come visit one of our 6 Horizon Market locations near you. We also have the loosest slots around town with over $1 million in payouts. You will get Pahrump's hometown value, where convenience and low prices meet. So no matter who you are, you'll find your Horizon in Pahrump.
$10 million in a pedestrian accident, $5 million in a car accident. These are just a few of our recent results.
Hurt in a wreck and need a check? We're Lerner and Rowe. Make one call, that's all.
Lerner and Rowe is the way to go. Call 877-1500.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Welcome back to News 25. I'm Chris Palermo, and thank you for listening to the radio simulcast on 95.9 Ace Country. Speaking of aces, the Las Vegas Aces suffered a heartbreaker at the buzzer over the weekend. Mikey Ruhan has that. More in sports.
Time now for your News 25 look at sports and streaming at KPVM.TV and now on Roku devices. The Vegas Nighthawks entered the Indoor Football League playoffs with home field advantage, a championship pedigree, and hopes of defending their title. Unfortunately, the Arizona Rattlers entered with other plans. The Rattlers ended the Nighthawks season Sunday afternoon with a 47-36 first-round victory at Lee's Family Forum. So instead of preparing for another championship run, the Nighthawks are preparing for the off-season, which is basically football's version of getting sent home from the party while the snacks are still out. Now the focus turns to evaluating the roster and figuring out what went wrong before making another run at the title in 2027. Las Vegas Aces suffered a heartbreaker Saturday night, falling to the Chicago Sky 84-83. Sidney Taylor buried the game-winning three-pointer with less than a second remaining. Less than a second. That's not enough time to blink, scream at the television, or even finish saying, "Don't let her shoo." The Aces are back at it today in Atlanta against the Dream. That game is currently in progress. Some baseball news. The Athletics have selected the contract of left-hander Ben Bowden from AAA Las Vegas. Bowden had a 4.22 ERA and 11 relief appearances for the A's last season and will now make his 2026 debut. The 31-year-old posted a 5.40 ERA and 32 relief appearances for the Aviators this year. So congratulations to Bowden on getting the call to the big leagues. And congratulations to every AAA hitter who just checked the roster and said, "Oh good, he's somebody else's problem now." And speaking of the Aviators, they return home Tuesday night to begin a 6-game series against the Tacoma Rainiers at Las Vegas Ballpark. First pitch is scheduled for 7:05. It also begins a season-long 12-game homestand for the defending PCL champions. By the end of this thing, even the grounds crew is going to need Tommy John surgery. Tacoma is in town Tuesday through Sunday, with the series finale Sunday night at 6:05. And that's your look at sports on News 25.
Thank you, Mikey. Good stuff. The Red Cross says we are in the middle of high trauma season, and there is an urgent need for blood donations in the entire country. Find out how you can help.
The nation's blood supply is shrinking, just as hospitals enter summer trauma season, the time of year when emergency rooms often see a surge in patients with serious injuries from car crashes, outdoor recreation, workplace accidents, and other summertime emergencies. The American Red Cross has declared an emergency blood shortage after the national blood supply dropped nearly 25% in June.
Between Memorial Day and Labor Day, we often call that high trauma season. So that's a period where we see more unanticipated injuries and accidents and patients presenting to hospitals with the potential need for blood transfusions to recover.
Right now, the Red Cross is distributing nearly 3,500 more units of blood to hospitals each week than expected. At the same time, a sharp decline in blood donations since the end of May has created a growing gap between the blood supply and patient needs. Busy summer schedules, vacations, temporary illnesses, and the seasonal loss of school blood drives during summer break have all contributed to the decline in donations. If that trend continues, it could put patient care at risk.
So one thing that we often see in the summer is a decline from blood donors coming out to donate, and that's because it's a busy season. People are traveling, they're on vacation. Our schools and our community groups that often host blood drives throughout the year may be closed for an extended period of time, and yet the demand for blood and the need for blood stays high.
Scheduling a blood donation appointment is one of the most important ways to help maintain a healthy blood supply for patients who depend on life-saving transfusions. As a thank you, everyone who comes to donate through the end of July will receive a Fandango movie ticket by email.
Well, you may need even more social media in your life, and good old MySpace is trying to make a return. That story's coming up. You're watching News 25.
Hi, I'm attorney Jonathan Nelson of J.K. Nelson Law. If you're going through a divorce, dealing with custody or child support issues, or any other family matters, give us a call today at 775-727-9900. We have a team dedicated to protecting your interests and defending your rights. Let us show you why we've been recognized by Best of Las Vegas and have received Best Attorney in Pahrump for the past 4 years. We're conveniently located to meet and provide you with a free consultation on your legal matter. So give us a call today. Again, 727-9900.
We love you, Pahrump. Thank you for making the Auto Plaza #1 in Nye County. We are incredibly grateful for your support and proud to be serving our community now for 20 years. Whether you're looking to replace or service your vehicle, consider this. We offer dozens of new GM models in cars, trucks, and SUVs, plus hundreds of the highest quality pre-owned vehicles for sale in Southern Nevada. Our all-star service team is here to keep your vehicle running in tip-top shape. The factory-trained and ASE certified technicians here can work on most makes and models, and we carry the latest in diagnostic and preventative maintenance tools to get the job done. Visit PahrumpCars.com to check out our current selection of vehicles, schedule a service appointment, or even order factory accessories for your ride. Don't forget to stop by the Auto Plaza and get a free alignment check before you hit the open road, or visit PahrumpCars.com.
Secure your family while you're home or away. Monitor your home with cameras, burglar, smoke, and fire alarms 24/7, 365 days a year. Provide yourself with a peace of mind by using your smartphone or computer. You can monitor your home anytime or anywhere. Let Mastercraft Electronics install security your family deserves. Call Mastercraft Electronics today. Secure your home or business. 775-990-4896. Mastercraft Electronics is licensed and bonded. 1 month free alarm monitoring when you sign up for service. Mastercraft Electronics, 775-990-4896.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500.
Welcome back to News 25. I'm Chris Palermo, and thank you so much for listening to the radio simulcast on 95.9 Ace Country, a social media platform that was once considered the most popular in the world, is attempting a comeback from their ownership team. Gather your top 10 friends list because MySpace wants another chance. Do you remember the OG pioneer of all the social media platforms, MySpace.com? Well, it's making a comeback. Brothers Tim and Chris Vanderhook now own it, and they have plans to relaunch MySpace with a new vision, according to Fox Business. The idea is to create a new platform that doesn't rely and focus on algorithms. There's a new documentary called MySpace. The Vanderhooks said in the film they built an entirely new MySpace, but it didn't work out. Tim said, "We really tried to modernize it, but it was a different company at that point. It wasn't the same MySpace." Co-owner and his brother Chris said by that time they had been through 4 other sets of management and CEOs. We were going to be the 5th ones, and I think that there were a lot of people who were really just done. They are planning a relaunch, but no date has been set yet. Your long-lost original and first MySpace friend, Tom Anderson, was MySpace's co-founder and sold the company in 2005. He's not expected to have any part of the Vanderhooks' attempted MySpace revival. The platform was first launched in 2003 and became one of the biggest social networking sites in the world. MySpace can still be accessed, and this is what the landing page looks like currently. Tom Anderson has not posted anything there in 13 years.
News 25 WeatherCam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
It's the Lerner and Rowe WeatherCam, and we're looking at the Nevada DOT camera Pinion Drive going over the mountain pass from Pahrump into Las Vegas. Definitely a little bit cooler when you've got some elevation nearly 6,000 feet. What is the temperature, though, back to earth on the ground? We'll tell you more in the forecast.
I'm Arlette Newvine of Newvine Law, your local personal injury attorney. If you don't know who to trust with your case, you can trust me. Voted by my peers within the Nevada Justice Association, I have been recognized as Nevada's 2026 Rising Star of the Year for my dedication to civil justice. When you've been in an accident, you deserve just that, justice. Lawyer up in Pahrump with New Vine Law. Call or text 775-235-HURT. Attorney access guaranteed.
If you've been in a recent auto accident, don't ignore the extent of the injuries. A 30-mile-an-hour accident creates up to 3,000 foot-pounds of force to the spine, equivalent to falling off a 2-story building. At Pahrump Spine and Wellness, we offer a complimentary exam and consultation to determine the extent of your injuries. We also work with 5 of the best injury attorneys here in Pahrump. Why drive to Vegas? We have state-of-the-art facility right here. Time is money. Don't waste it on the highway. Get the best care and legal advice here in town.
Are you an experienced automotive technician ready to take your career to the next level? Ponderosa Dairy is now hiring skilled mechanics, and we're looking for the best. If you have experience working on Ford, Chevy, and Dodge, specialize in diagnostics, and can handle engines, transmissions, and AC systems, we want you on our team. Earn up to $1,500 a week. Plus enjoy medical, dental, vision, and 401k because your hard work deserves real rewards. Work with a team that values your skills, keeps you busy, and takes pride in getting the job done right. Call Ed today at 702-682-3339 or email your resume to edgoedhart@gmail.com. Ponderosa Dairy Automotive. Where great mechanics build great careers.
Weather is sponsored by the Nevada Dairy Farmers and the Dairy Council of Nevada, sharing the love of all things dairy. Celebrate the best moments with milk. Milk the moment. And the weather is also brought to you by the Ponderosa Dairy, Nevada's largest dairy, fresh from our farm to your table.
Hello, hello, Romy here on this marvelous Monday. Let's take a look at our surrounding areas. Fernley, Fallon, Carson City, Tonopah, and Goldfield, we are in the high 90s. Beatty, we have a high of 107, Amargosa at 111, Las Vegas with a high of 114, and Death Valley at 121. Currently here in Pahrump, it is 108 degrees. The high today was 109, winds coming from the south at 9 miles per hour, humidity at 7%, and the sunrise was at 5:53 a.m. And tonight, the sunset will be at 7:47, humidity at 9%, winds coming from the east-southeast at 8 miles per hour, and the low will be 77 degrees. Now let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. Tuesday and Wednesday, we have a high of 109, Thursday and Friday at 110, Saturday creeping up at 111 degrees, Sunday with a high of 109, and Monday it'll be partly cloudy with a high of 105. And that was the weather. Now back to the desk. Here's Chris.
Thank you, Romy. It is still, well, rather unseasonably hot. And, of course, all the basics you want to do is stay hydrated, stay out of the sun if you can, stay in the air conditioning, and keep updated with us on our Facebook page for all the latest weather and news and sports information right here at News 25. That'll just about do it for all of us here tonight. Chris Palermo, make it a great night.
Happy retirement, Dad.
Thank you very much.
So, Dad, what are you gonna do next?
We just miss being around kids.
And we aren't done yet.
Milton Hershey School house parents? What's that?